Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told how to voice the radio. So today we've got ourselves a whole bunch of information, a whole bunch of news. And basically, earlier today, I showed you a video about the new special set, which is coming out, Sword and Shield 12.5, which was essentially confirmed when Japanese players were sent a list of cards that were released in Japan that were not legal for the World Championships. And I showed you a video about all of those, and that all made perfect sense. It was basically cards that were revealed or released in Japan, but weren't actually over here. The thing is, when that was given, we were also told where those cards are coming in English. We were given English set numbers for those sets, and that's given us a whole bunch of information, and this is brilliant. So starting off with Lost Origin then, we have got confirmation of a bunch of cards that are going to be in Lost Origin. Now, the two real standouts here are quite simple. It's Roserade and Chandelure. Now, they actually have character rares, so that means that they will have the character rares in the Trainer Gallery subset, partly because they have to, and partly because that was actually also confirmed. We were literally told that they would be in there. So both the regular and the character rares of those cards, they should have been in Astral Radiance. They are now going to be in Lost Origin. And it seems like the majority of the other cards from Battle Region that were missing are going to be in there. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole list. There are quite a few of them. But for instance, the Greedent, that makes you discard your entire hand, but if you discarded at least 5 cards when you did so, you get to deal 210 damage. Yeah, that's a card I'm very excited about. I was gutted it was cut. That one's coming back. The Kamala with the lovely Hyaganosuke artwork that doesn't give up a prize if KO'd when it's asleep, that one is coming in as well. There's no Vs or anything like that have been confirmed for Lost Origin. They're all single prize Pokemon, and I'm not going to go through all of them. There is that Poliwrath that makes its own fun deck that we've talked about before. Most of the ones that are missing are coming back. They're not the headlines, but it's nice to know. But we actually had 5 cards confirmed for Sword and Shield 12. Now, that is a set that comes after Lost Origin, and it is a set that, as it stands at the moment, we don't really know anything about. Now, we know from Japanese listings that it is almost certainly going to have Lugia, and it is going to have Regieleki and Regidrago, but this hasn't actually been confirmed. This is just what we've got from Japanese listings. It is subject to change. But we know that Ursaluna V, that V card that we are missing, that is actually going to be coming in that set. That is now confirmed. I had suggested that this would work quite nicely as a Pokemon V-Box in a video yesterday. That's clearly not happening. It's in Sword and Shield 12. We also have Professor Laventon. That's the promo card that lets you put up to 3 Pokemon with Hisuian in their name from your discard pile into your hand. Was a promo over in Japan. That has gone and been confirmed. We've also got, and we've actually got the official English name for it now, which is quite lovely. It is apparently called Leafy Camo Poncho. That is the really, kind of annoying one that just stops Pokemon V getting affected by supporter cards. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of this one because it gives advantages to Pokemon V, but regardless, it's coming. This was in the Zeraora and Deoxys deck over in Japan, and there are a couple of other cards coming as well. These are confirmed for Sword and Shield 12. But they've also confirmed a whole bunch of promos. Now, the two that I was very excited to see are the Origin Form Dialga V and the Origin Form Palkia V. And I'm just going to give this away for a minute, right? It's obviously the full art. And we talked about this before. The full arts were weirdly and kind of inexplicably just removed from what ended up being Astral Radiance. The other versions were there, but the full arts only were removed. Well, it has now been confirmed that they are going to be promos 255 and 256. So they are definitely coming. What is interesting is promo 252 is Infernape V. That is coming in the box, which we have had confirmed. So it shouldn't be long until we find out exactly what product this is. There's nothing that I can think of that we've had officially confirmed that really makes sense to have these two. I don't believe we've got any products that have been listed that have two promos in. So it is a little bit weird. These could actually end up being the V-Star Premium collections, which we have had listed. But then again, that would be weird because they generally come one at a time, not two at a time. And they generally, like Cleaver, feature V-Stars that are removed from sets. It would be weird, but I suppose that is possible. Now, we have also had it confirmed that Zera Aura V, VMAX and V-Star and Deoxys V, VMAX and V-Star are going to be coming. And we kind of knew this all along. Like every new product that comes out, I'm desperately trying to tell you that they're going to be in it. But we did actually have battle boxes listed that do come with free promos. My current bet is that those battle boxes are there's going to be a Zera Aura and a Deoxys one. And because they come with free promos each, that does make perfect sense. In one of the weirder things, it seems like we've actually got the 1 and 3 pack blister promos from whatever Sword and Shield 12 ends up being. Because we have had listed a Hisuian Basculin and a Cranidos, and these are exactly the kind of cards that you would generally expect to see in the 1 pack blisters. And we'll get to them in just a moment. But suffice to say, yes, the next two cards, which are sequentially after, are exactly the kind of cards we would generally expect to see in the 3 pack blisters, and the promo cards do go 1 pack promo, 1 pack promo, 3 pack promo, 3 pack promo. So although I cannot tell you for absolute certain, it is at this stage, as far as I'm concerned, as good as confirmed. It's not confirmed, but I think at this stage it is as good as confirmed. They are going to be your 1 pack blister promos for Sword and Shield 12. And that means that Manaphy and Togetic are going to be your 3 pack blister promos for Sword and Shield 12. For anyone that's wondering, it kind of has to be the Korokoro promo Manaphy. The Korokoro promos, they love putting them in 3 pack blisters. One of the ones for Lost Origin is the Regigigas. That was a Korokoro promo. They don't always put them in 3 pack blisters. Sometimes it's 1 pack. Very occasionally they end up in a set. But yeah, this is something I've been predicting all along, and it's not some kind of huge prediction. It's a pretty obvious prediction to make that it was going to be a 3 pack blister promo. The other one is going to be Togetic, and it is worth noting that this is an alternate art like the Cranidos is, although I believe the Hisuian Basculin, I believe that's actually a new card that is not just alternate art, but is actually a new card that you can't find anywhere else, which I do find rather interesting indeed. Now, I have told you before that there are 2 Pokemon V boxes that have been listed as coming, like the Infernape one, and although it's not confirmed, it seems overwhelmingly likely at this stage that they are going to feature Virizion V and Jirachi V. And the reason here is extremely simple. Those cards were again randomly cut from Astral Radiance. They are cards that we were expecting to be in Astral Radiance, and again, the full art versions of those cards did actually end up in Astral Radiance, but for some reason, the regular arts were taken out. But remember, the regular art Boltund was taken out of a set, and then ended up as a V-Box, and the regular art Pikachu was taken out of Fusion Strike, and actually the full art was left in, and that ended up in a V-Box. So, yeah. I'm not saying that these have to be the 2 V-Boxes, but I am saying at this stage it is, as I like to phrase it, overwhelmingly likely. Might not be, but we got 2 V-Boxes coming that we don't know what they are. And now we've got these 2 promos that have been listed as just Vs on their own. Come on, that makes way too much sense. As I told you in a video yesterday, Champions Festival has been listed, and that's not terribly surprising. Every World Championship since 2013 has had Champions Festival as the World's promo. They're just carrying it on here. Essentially, there were those 2 years that they gave us Tropical Beach, but Tropical Beach ended up being a really, really good card, and that kind of made everything way too expensive. So, we know at this stage Champions Festival is not that good a card. It's a pretty safe promo to have at Worlds, so it seems like that's what Pokemon are doing. They're keeping that train rolling. And then it seems like we are finally getting the Korokoro Pikachu V and the Korokoro Pikachu V Max. These are promos that came out a while ago at this stage over in Japan, and we've basically just been sitting here waiting. And now it seems like they're actually coming. We've had a listing for a Pikachu V and V Max promo, and at this stage, I don't really know what else they could be. It makes way too much sense for them to be this. Not to mention they have consecutive promo numbers. The V is 285, and the V Max is 286. And again, I don't know exactly what product this is going to be in, although I expect them to be in the same product, but this is one of those where it makes way too much sense for these not to be in their own box somewhere down the line. And this actually gives us a lot of answers, and don't get me wrong, right? It's a few cards from Lost Origin, a few cards from Sword and Shield 12, and a bunch of promos. Incidentally, I should mention, not every promo. So, essentially, all the cards that we are getting as promos, which have been released in Japan but not over here, we've now essentially been told they're coming as promos and given a number. We have not been given a complete sequential list of promos. There are others, but those cards haven't been released in Japan, which means they don't have to be essentially told to Japanese players that they're not legal, and so they weren't on the list, which gave us the set numbers. You know, Pikachu V and V Max are 85 and 86, and then the next one we know about is Verizon, which is 295. There are 8 other promos sitting around in between Pikachu V Max and Verizon that we have no idea what they are, so who knows, ladies and gentlemen. All I can do is tell you what we've got. But we have confirmed a lot of Pokemon are coming as promos, and that tells us for some of them with a high degree of certainty which products they're going to be in. Plus, we've got confirmation of some cards coming in other sets, and this is brilliant. This is pretty big news. If you've been waiting for a bunch of these cards, and I really have, this is awesome. But now I want to hear from you guys. I want to know which of these cards you're looking forward to. I want to know which ones look great. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about, well, Pokemon and card games and all kinds of fun stuff. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can join our Discord and chat Pokemon, share deck lists, have a little look at the pretty much weekly bonus pods where I answer all your questions. It's fun over there. Like the lovely James Swideski, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, who is a recent Patreon, joined in the past week. But we are giving shout-outs to Patrons on the videos now, so thank you, James. You are a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.